Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look. I don't understand why this image I cannot get. Why I cannot get this one here? Where did it go? Give me a second. Um. There it is. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna put you here. I am gonna put you here. Oh, will you? Thank you. That's the beauty of Twitch, right? I can just put everything in place. Yes, you can see it. That's nice. Is that a little bit too much? Maybe. Do I care? Not really. Not really. So let's just do it like this. And then we can open this. Okay. Live chat. I am quite early in the live stream. I'm sure not a whole lot of people would expect me to be live right now. Or not for like another hour or so. But we'll just see. We will just see what is going on. Hi, happy Monday. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well, darling. Let's go. Okay guys, so welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. If you are interested in free oracles, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have liked the live stream, let me know your like number and which of the 4 oracles you would like. It's either going to be a message from your person, some insight for and about your love life in general, a timeline oracle, any questions starting when, or Moonology advice and guidance. All you need to do, subscribe, like the live stream, let me know your like number and which of the 4 options you would like. If you would like a different oracle, all the options in the description box, another oracle, or priority like skipping the line, it's going to be for a €5 donation. And if you're wanting a more in-depth 1-question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €15 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know. I'll look up the exchange rate and we will figure it out. So that's what's going on. I kind of feel like I want to put a little bit more to the side so that I don't disappear behind this thing on YouTube. But yes, guys, how have we been? How's everyone doing? Also, I'm just gonna go through the list. Shalik, darling, that's not one of the options for the free oracles. If you would like me to take a look at that with an oracle, it's going to be for a €5 donation. If you're wanting me to take a look at that with a tarot, it's going to be for a €15 donation, but it's not an option for free oracles, darling. Hi, welcome everyone. Hi Priyanka, hi Merida, hello. Cancer's rule? Is that the case, darling? Sheila wants a timeline oracle for reconciliation with your husband. Himran, darling, I'm gonna put you in timeout real quick. Because you keep spamming your question and that's not one of the options for free oracles. Sheila, timeline. When will you have reconciliation with your husband? The only one that showed up is spring for you, darling. Spring. If you're watching on Twitch, by the way, all you need to do is follow the channel and then just let me know which option you would like. There is no liking the live stream, really. Noxie, can I get Moonology Oracle? I'd love a message, if that's not an option. Yes. Let's take a look. Noxie, some guidance, a message from Spirit for you. You're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon, so a little like confirmation of keep going. The new one in Taurus with prosperity lie ahead as well. So you are on the right track. Prosperity lies ahead. If you're like questioning, am I still on the right path? And am I doing enough? I feel like the answer is yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are right on track, darling. Shaikimran, darling, right here it says all the options. Their thoughts, also not one of the options, darling. Merida, let me know what like number you are. Hi Priyanka, hello. Joshila, I just did yours. Again, guys, there's no need to spam your question. I'm just gonna go through the list. Theron Pravina's message for Theron. The timing just wasn't right for us. I feel you leaving me behind, and I want you. Message from Safan for Perfa. Darling, there's no need to spam your question. Okay, guys, I'm gonna time out real quick. Guys, no spamming. I'm just gonna go through the list. Hold your shit so I can hold mine. Also, will I find a partner? It's not one of the options. It's like everywhere. It's right here. You see free oracle. What are the options? How can you get it? If you want something else, it's up here. It's in the description box. It's in the pinned comment. So guys, welcome if you're new. Welcome. Again, please refrain from spamming your questions. I'm just gonna go through the list. Let's just keep it very calm. Hold our tits so I can hold mine, and we are gonna get along just fine. Just breathe. It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go through the list. All you need to do is be subscribed, have liked the live stream, let me know what like number you are, so when you click like what number shows up, and which of the 4 options you would like. It's either going to be a message from your person, some insight for and about your love life, a timeline oracle, so any questions starting when will this happen, when will this come into my life, or Moonology advice and guidance that you need to hear at this time. Nabi, that is not one of the options. So, yes, I am gonna reset the chat, so we are gonna start over. I am gonna start from my last chat and work my way down. So if your question or request is not underneath my last chat, leave it once more. Have patience. I'm just gonna go through the list. Keep in mind that just because you see your question above someone else's doesn't mean I see it that way as well. So keep that in mind. Again, I'm gonna start from my last chat and work my way down, so you can leave your question once more, please. Don't forget to also add what like number you are. And if you would like a different oracle, all the options are in the description box. Or if you're like, oh, do you have this oracle, or do you have an oracle for this or that situation, let me know. We can work it out, figure out which one fits you. That's going to be for a €5 donation. And if you're wanting a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €15 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chats. If you're working with a different currency, let me know. I'll look it up and we will figure it out. Ian, be subscribed. Have liked the live stream. Let me know what your like number and which one you would like. Navi, a message from A for Navi. A. I love you. I bury myself in work to forget you. And you came closer than anyone. If you're watching on Twitch, by the way, also let me know your request once more. Mary, hi darling, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing alright, hope you're doing good too. You would like a message from Vincent. So let's take a look. Vincent or Mary. I kind of want that. Well, Vincent. For Mary, let's take a look. I lost myself for a little while. I left you before you could leave me. You and I were too young, and I regret lying to you. What's up with the trolls today? I've been in the live stream for 10 fucking minutes. Holy shit. Perfatri message from Savan for Perfa. Didn't I already do yours? Yes, I did. I already did yours, darling. How long have I been a spiritualist? I don't know if I would call myself a spiritualist. How long have I been doing tarot? For like 7 years? 7 years I started doing it more and more and more. Before it was more like a party trick. Message from your person, Dion, Cheryl. We will be together again. I wish I had treated you better, and I regret lying to you. That's nice, thanks, you're very welcome. No, man, we were doing the reading, but we didn't. Oh, I'm sorry, darling, I'm sorry. Savan for Perfa. Savan. I'm sorry, darling. Let's take a look. You got... I know I was a distraction from your pain. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and I lost myself for a little while. And my apologies, darling. Message from Nida for Imran. So many things remind me of you. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson, and I regret lying to you. Jeb, message from Davids. I will wait for a sign from you, and I am becoming a better person. Thanks so much, you're very welcome, darling. Very, very welcome. Message from Tuhin for Maimuna. Tuhin. For Maimuna. I know I messed up everything. I regret lying to you, and I couldn't let you get close to me. Yes, hi everyone. Welcome. Welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam, Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. If you're interested in a free oracles, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have liked the live stream, let me know your like number and which of the 4 oracles you would like. It's either going to be a message from your person, some insight for and about your love life, anything that you need to know about improving it or what's happening. Next up, we have the timeline oracle. Any questions starting when? When will this happen? When will this come into my life? And lastly, we have Moonology, advice, and guidance. Any guidance that you need to hear from Spirit at this time. If you would like a different oracle, all the options for those are in the description box. I have a lot more of like what's coming in for love and more very specific things, no communications messages, stuff like that. It is going to be for a €5 donation. If you're not sure if I have an oracle that fits your question, let me know and we can figure it out. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it can be anything. It's going to be for a €15 donation. How is someone feeling? What are their intentions? What do they want from you? How are they feeling about you? Those kind of stuff. With the tarot, it's a €15 donation. All donations can be made either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know. I'll look at the exchange rate and we will figure it out. How much is that in USD? So for an oracle, it's $5.50. And if it is a tarot reading, it's going to be $17. So yes, I'm so grateful. Thanks so much. You're very welcome, darling. Very, very welcome. Let's take a look at the list. Priyanka, let me know what like number you are, darling, and I will take a look. Thanks so much. You're very welcome. If you have questions, by the way, about the tarot, about oracles, or for and about me, let me know. We can have a little bit of chat. Apart from being a tarot reader, I'm also a life coach, also a resilience trainer, work a lot with mindfulness, meditation, all that good stuff. A little bit of a witchy as well. In no means am I like an expert in any of it, but we can have a little bit of chat, so yes. Like number 5 for Priyanka, and you wanted a message from Shravan for Priyanka. I lost myself for a little while. We will be together again, and you and I were too young. You and I were too young. So hi everyone, welcome, subbed, welcome, thank you for the subscription, for subscribing, and welcome guys. It is in the chat right here how you can get a free oracle. Be subscribed if you like the live stream. Let me know your like number and which of the 4 options you would like, and I will take a look. If you would like a different oracle, all the options in the description box. It's going to be for a €5 donation, and if you're wanting a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €15 donation. I'm also just going to go through the list, so there's no need to spam your question. I like it calm and steady, and yes, I've seen some live streams where there's just a lot of chaos, and even though I'm a chaos witch, I don't like receiving chaos, so I like to keep it just a bit, you know, calm and chill, so that I know what to do. You guys know that I'll get to your question. Be aware though that donations and memberships do have the priority in the chat, so we'll get to those first. But as long as they are not here, I'm just gonna go through the list. Udi, hi darling, you would like a message from you. I love you unconditionally. The timing just wasn't right for us. You speak to me through music, so they might hear music or hear music and reminds them of you. It might also be the other way around. And I don't react when people mention you. So like pretending. Um, you didn't change the oracles? I understand why. No, there was a little bit of confusion. That people were voting for a message from your person that I think they thought that's just the one that they want to keep. So I'm gonna do it in a different way a little bit later. MX, what is my person going to communicate me next? So a message from your person, what are they going to communicate to you next? Just one? I can't stop thinking about you, so the fact that they are thinking about you. Nanya, how will be my career look like? 1, what is your like number? 2, which oracle would you like me to use for that one? Priyanka, message from Piyush for Priyanka. I know I messed up everything. We will be together again. And you speak to me through music. Thank you, Queen. You're very welcome, darling. Go kick ass. How will be my career look like again? Which oracle would you like me to use for that one of the 3 oracles? So that's not one of them. Message from Stojanovic. Wait. Let's take a look. We will be together again. I want to feel that way again. And I know that I crossed the line with you. Oh, and you also have I look for you everywhere. I know that I crossed the line with you. I look for you everywhere. Super chat won't let me do it. The $70 salary technology isn't my thing, doesn't it? I think if you do super chat, there's a slider, but if you go just above that, where it says the dollar when it changes when you slide it, you can click on that and then you can adapt it yourself. Tandika, hi darling, welcome. Message from Jay for Tandika. Jay for Tandika. I am not available. I feel you leaving me behind. I will wait for a sign from you, and I couldn't let you get close to me. Jay, you want a message from Tamara. Let's take a look. Tamara for Jay. Ha! No, we're not doing that whole bunch. No. I'm afraid to contact you, and my life is not as together as it seems. And I'm afraid to contact you. Maybe because of it. Fine, darling. Love life. Let's take a look. Some insight for your love life. New love. A new chapter begins, whether it is with a new partner or in a current relationship. You're going to experience a new chapter. And then you also have balance. There needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for a relationship to be sustainable. So we have a new chapter coming in, and Spirit wanting you to keep balance in mind. Hi, Rashma. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Where I leave off, grand central timeline for when me and my person get closer emotionally. How they get closer emotionally. We have the summer and January. So the summertime might be important. I don't know if that's when you like meet or something, and then January being important. Reshma, the yes or no oracle. I'm just gonna grab these. I also have like the crystal ball, yes or no. And what is the other one? The black and white one. I'm just gonna use this one for you. Will I get SDA post in High Court? Reshma, get the SDA post in High Court. A spiritual bath is recommended. We have soon, and moon energy is amplifying this situation. At the bottom, you're very close to getting your wish. So will you? You can. But at the same time, I'm a bit like, do we want to? As in, what is it gonna cost us? But soon, I feel like you will hear the answer to that. Underneath that, we do have no to your question. Distractions are disturbing the flow of energies. So again, I do think that there is some outside thing that's gonna cause some sort of like disturbance. Carolina, thank you so much for the donation, darling. Thank you. I'm sorry it didn't work with adjusting it. But thank you for the donation, darling. Let me know your question. Let me grab a deck for you. Let's do the kitties. The kitties. And let me know your question, darling. And I'll take a look. It is quite difficult. Yeah. Thanks, Sarah. You're very welcome. Again, because I also saw like at what cost. Are you able to make it? Yes, but I do think that's gonna cost. And I'm not talking about money. To the point where it's like, do I really want this? So hi everyone, welcome. Right now, we have a donation for Carolina. So I'm gonna wait for her question, and after that, I'm gonna reset the chat for the free oracles once more. Down here, you read the options for the free oracles. Up there for the paid donations. I will reset the chat once I am done with Carolina's reading. No contact with Anthony. Will he ever reach out and apologize? If so, when? And can I get some more insight? Okay, that's a lot. Will he ever reach out and apologize? If so, when? And you want some insight. So let me just take a look. The situation with Anthony. Let's just take a look at will he reach out and like with what intention? Will he ever reach out, and if he reaches out, with what intention? Well, it's still two questions. But I think I can mingle the two. So Anthony, because I think will he reach out is just a very quick yes or no question. Quick answered. So let's take a look. Anthony. Okay, we have the Hanged Man as the overall energy. 4 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Will he reach out? With that one, I'm a bit... sidelining. Because what I'm seeing is like tradition, or if there is like, oh, this is what we used to do. I don't know, that can be like a birthday, that can be for like Christmas. But the Hanged Man is very waiting. It's very taking a step back, seeing what happens, and reacting to what someone else does rather than getting into action themselves. So I'm a bit on the fence of them reaching out. I think that there is some sort of like misunderstanding. I don't think that they would reach out of like, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, I see my fault. I think that they still have a thing of, this is my truth. And maybe at some point they'll be able to see your perspective, but it's still to the point where they're like, I did nothing wrong. Four of Swords as well is taking a little bit of a break, so I don't think that they will reach out. Let's see, Ace of Wands doing here. So that's the only reaching out kind of like thing. I don't know what... Okay, just a quick question. Is this like a family member or is this a love interest? Because I'm not sure. And then I don't want to assume one or the other. Because I'm kind of feeling either like a son or like a child-parent connection, or it is a possible romantic interest. If it is a possible romantic interest, fuck him. Fuck him. We have the Knight of Wands. That's very... I'm just gonna do what I want to do because I want to do it. No responsibility. A love interest. Okay, fuck him. No, like, connection. I think that they're trying to portray very, like, I'm high class, very focused on the material things. Yeah. Because, okay, that makes sense now with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is an offering more, like, the only way I see them reaching out for you is... Because this situation, whatever it is, they think they're not wrong. And, the only way for them to reach out to you is like, you still there? Hey, you up? Hey, what are you doing? It's been a while, you know? Which I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Why do we have the Hierophant here? Why do we have the Hierophant here? They know what they are doing. They very much know what they are doing. There's no like, oh, I didn't know, or no, like, this is a person... I don't really want to say manipulative, but it kind of feels manipulative. Again, it feels selfish. Very, very selfish. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. I know it hurts you. It probably hurts you. But basically, they care more about themselves than they do about you. So they're like, eh. I wanted to add some oracles also because you made a bigger donation. Let me just add these. Ghosted, I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. I think that that's just their excuse. I think that they just simply ghosted. And again, they knew what they were doing. It was their intention of doing it. Because that, I'm sorry, bullshit. If you needed to get away and if you needed to clear your head, communicate. Hey, it's getting too much. Hey, I'm getting a bit overwhelmed. But then we get to the next card, and that's emotionally intimacy. I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. AKA, they're unable to do so, and so they just, like, disappear. Will they reach out? Again, I don't think so. If they do reach out, I'm not a fan. Because were they to reach out, I don't think a lot has changed. I think that they're very focused on the material world. I think that there is some sort of like misunderstanding in a sense of like they see the situation very different from you. So I'm not seeing an apology. I'm just seeing a little bit of a break, a little bit of, okay, I'm just going to take a step back. And then the possibility of like later coming back with some half-assed offer of like, you still there? Yeah, hopeful for the future. 5 wands, feeling of lack, not good enough, and judgment. Oh, yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. No, just not a fan. I hope that answered the question. Will they reach out? I don't think so. How will they reach out? Just with being a flirt, basically. I don't think that they will apologize. Because they were very aware of what it is that they were doing. So, no. If you have questions about this, please let me know and maybe I can elaborate a little bit more here and there. But yeah, that's what I see. Hi Starseed, hello, hello, hello. Also, thank you for the donation. Thank you. Let me have a sip and then we'll take a look. Can I get a reading on the current energy with my connection with Paul? He's been reaching out more, but I kind of want to see what the tea is. Yes. Paul. The energy with Starseed and Paul. Paul has been reaching out more. What is the energy just there? Starseed and Paul. Oh my god, why so many? Why so many of you? Okay, we have the 6 of Cups as the overall energy. So I think the overall arching energy is reminiscing of the good times. Maybe trying to get back to where we were. I feel like just, yeah, reminiscing. What's the current energy between them? They're reaching out more. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords. So, yeah, communication. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh, okay. The Lovers, the Hermit, the Hanged Man, the Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and the Chariots. Okay. Okay. So what's happening is slow, small investment to see if you're not in a like fuckboy kind of way, but I do think that they are kind of like checking in, like, are you still there? Is the door from communication open? The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck, but making sure that each step that we do well. The Lovers always come out, yeah. Because, yeah, I do feel that connection towards each other. Even at some point you're thinking, like, oh, this is such an asshole, there's still the connection that's very hard to, like, break from, and I think that they're having that too. Again, with that 6 of Cups, just reminiscing of what it, like, could be. The 2 of Wands is expanding, making different choices, seeing... I don't want to say what else is out there, more in the sense of, like getting different perspectives. With the Hermit, an internal search for answers, but that Hanged Man as well. I don't know if that at some point there was like a forced break or forcing him to have some reflection for himself, where he couldn't really do much, have some realizations about himself. We do have the Seven of Swords, so I do think that there are still some things like hidden or... I don't know if it's dishonesty, if that's the right word, but just kind of like sneaking around, like, how do you say that? Going around the bush? Talking around the bush? How do you say that? Beating around the bush? Beating around the bush. A little bit like that. The Knight of Cups, I do think that it is a genuine interest, genuinely want to talk to you. The 2 of Pentacles, always trying to maintain the balance, but the Chariot very going for it. So I do think that this person, that Paul, had some reflection. They had some realizations. There were some like, oh, maybe there's something about me that I need to change. It is still very much at the beginning. So we also have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like, oh, I know everything. Let's just, like, oh, I know my issues. Now I can make changes, or now I can choose to do different. But it still requires time and practice and effort and failing, and you know, he's not gonna get it in the first try. I do think that he is genuine. I'm a bit with that. I don't like that Seven of Swords. But apart from that, a lot of reflection, a lot of shadow work. Yeah. Okay, so they're still hiding their flaws a little bit with that Two of Cups, wanting to build a deeper connection with you before putting all the flaws on the table. Which, again, it's okay. I get it. I understand it. I'm a little bit where it's like, are you actually doing the work? If you're open for this person, then yes, have boundaries, but yes, have a talk. I do think that they want to go at a very slow pace as well, or like a slower pace, which is good, which I like. I don't think it's good to move forward from a place of like reminiscing, as in trying to get back that which we have lost, but I like it more in a sense of we had such a good past together. I just want to get to know who you are now and see if we can become better together as who we are now, rather than always striving to be what we were in the past. But yes, let's take a look. What can you say? Yes, I took a step back and we didn't communicate for a little over a month. Nice, good. Okay, that definitely hit. I definitely think that that hit. Again, I think that they are taking slow steps. I think just advice and guidance for you is just have boundaries. You need to teach other people how to treat you, what you will allow, what you won't allow, how people are allowed to treat you. And I do think that this person is now more careful, but it's still in them. So it will be a bit, testing. But for now, it's just very calm. It's just very more like, how do you say it? Like putting your toes in the water, like what's up, what's going on, are we still good? But yeah. Okay, no pressure, definitely gonna keep boundaries up. Yeah, good. And I'm not chasing. You shouldn't, darling. You shouldn't. You know what you bring to the table. They know what you bring to the table. Yeah. I am a bit, because it does feel a little bit immature, and I'm a bit like I'm watching you. I'm keeping an eye on you. Because I do think that at some point they will try to kind of like push maybe a boundary here and there. But yeah, calm, good. It feels like I'm not too upset about this energy. Like it's fine. Even the testing the boundary, it's fine. We all do it. So it's fine. He's working on it. Have been some like realizations and whatnot, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I do think that they are genuinely coming forward with genuine energy, and not just like, let me wheel you back in, Because this, for me, represents you require effort. Your time, your energy, to have access to you requires from him to put in effort, real effort, and not just let, hey, are you up at like 3 a.m., So that I like it, but it's careful. Let's just put it there. It's careful, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But yes, boundaries, trust your gut, and all that good stuff. If you have questions, let me know. Let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know, no, no. Let me know, let me know, let me know, no, no. Let me know, no, no. Let me know. Oh, Nat, hi, darling. I'm just seeing, you, like, pop by just now. Hello. Did I miss... Hi, Angela. Thank you, you're welcome. Okay. I think that is it. Jesus, I think that is it for the donations and stuffs. Okay, guys, I am gonna reset the chat. So, hi everyone, welcome. Healing Wave, thanks so much for the follow and welcome. For everyone that is new, welcome, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. If you are interested in the free oracles, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have liked the live stream, let me know your like number and which of the 4 oracles you would like. On Twitch, it is over there. And on YouTube, you can read it all over here. If you would like a different oracle, all the options in the description box. Another oracle or priority skipping the line is going to be for a €5 donation. And if you're wanting a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €15 donation. I'm going to start from my last chat and work my way down. So if your question or request is not underneath there, leave it once more. Have patience. I will get to your question eventually. Be aware that donations and members do have the priority, so we'll get to those first. Members get one free open choice oracle every single day that they join the live stream. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. In the meantime, subscribe. Have liked the live stream. Let me know your like number and which of the 4 oracles you would like. If you're watching from Twitch, all you need to do is give me a follow and let me know what oracle you would like, and I will take a look. Members first, Starseed wanted an angel number. Starseed. Just one today. You have 3300. God-given responsibility. God and the angels are trying to get your attention. It is very likely something related to your divine purpose. Is there some guidance that you have been ignoring lately? If so, you may feel stuck right now. This means listen to and follow your divine guidance and take relevant actions. So I feel like this is also trusting your gut feeling, your intuition, maybe even meditate on things. Ashley wanted the little notes from Bruce. Bruce for Ashley. Don't pressure me. Do you miss me the way I miss you? And I want to hold you in my arms. So I do feel it is a I miss you too. I just need more time. I need more time. Maybe feeling pressured. Feeling like a lot of responsibility, or a bit stressed, a bit overwhelmed. I donated for 2 questions. Thank you so much, Skyseed. Let me take a look. Do I get a like number on Twitch? No. On Twitch, all you need to do is follow the channel and let me know which oracle you would like. I am having 2 donation questions though. First, so Skyseed, thanks so much for the donations. Or the donation. Let me know your questions and I will take a look. So guys, also be aware that I usually do the free oracles for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. At the very end of the section, there's always a guaranteed free option. So I will get to the donations first. But after this round, I think I might call last call for the free oracles, and in that there's a 100% guarantee, so definitely stick around for that as well. But like I said, memberships and donations do have the priority, so I will get to those first. Garima Chupal. First, please don't spam your question. I'm just going to go through the list and I will get to everyone's in order. Secondly, that question I will not answer with the free oracles. If you would like me to take a look at that question specifically for you, it is going to be for a €15 donation. But right now, I'm just waiting for Skyseed's questions. Okay, while I wait for the questions, let me just take a look at the list. Angela, with some Moonology guidance with Isis. The only one that you got is the new moon in Sagittarius with luck is on your side, which I kind of feel like is more so her herself, like, oh, I'm here with you, so you're lucky. I will get you some luck here. I will get you some luck. Oh, there's a question from Skyseed. Would I like going by the name Anne or Ariane professionally for work? Okay, let's take a look at both. So, if you were to go with Anne, if you were to go with Anne, okay, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, and then Ariana. We have the Tower, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. Okay, I kind of want to go with the second one. I think the first one isn't a bad thing. It's more, I kind of want to say simpler. I do think that it offers the opportunity, I kind of want to say, for people to really get to know you as a person. Because the other one might sound a little bit... With the other one, I kind of feel like opportunities with money will be better. With the first one, opportunities of the heart will be better. With Anne, I think the Ten of Wands, it is a very tiring one. It is to the point where you're like, why did I choose this? Why did I do this? But at the same time, it gives a lot of like fun opportunities. I kind of want to say going under the radar for something. Like a lot of just fun. A lot of excitement. New opportunities with Ariana. I don't know how to pronounce that in English. Ariana, it again gives more opportunities for like work. The star is having like high hopes, so all your wishes can come true with that one. The Tower is very like sudden change. I don't know, I kind of feel like people will treat you differently with that name. I think that there's just a clear divide where if you were to go with Anne, people treat you more like homey, more, not homey as in like, but as in like a home, like more like a friend, like outgoing and like you could sit with them at a dinner table. With Ariana, I feel like it's more professional. And people might have an idea of who you are, but it's more like posh, more snobbish. But I do think that it is good for work opportunities. So neither is bad. It kind of depends on what it is that you want. I would go, if it is professional, I would go with the second one, Ariana, because I see a lot of opportunities. I see a lot of, I think it also gives you some more like confidence as well. So I like the second one for professional, and then the first one, just Anne, for like friends and family. I kind of want to say that, because I think if you go with Anne professionally, then that would get more tiring, or it will be more having to defend yourself, or I don't know. I think that there is more struggle if you go with just Anne. Again, work-wise. Work-wise, I would go with the second one. With the second one. So, yes. It's okay. People would mispronounce Ariane either way. Yeah. Because, yeah. I just know it the Dutch way. Ariana. Because we have one of our princesses. Her name is Ariana. And that just stuck in my head. I don't know how to pronounce that in English. But I do think it gives like a more sophisticated kind of like touch to your name, to who you are. Like when someone sees that name on like, I don't know, a call sheet or something of like, oh, you have an appointment with this and this, that there's already this energy of like poshness, of like, I'm meaning business. So yeah, Ariana is my two names combined. But you're right, I think people would ask more questions if I went by Anne too, yeah. With Anne, again, it just feels more down to earth, more like normal, where Ariana is more, again, sophisticated. It's more posh, which again, for work, I like that one better. I like that one better. So yes. Okay. Well, your next question is, what would my next boyfriend be like, and could I get hints about how we might meet? Okay. Um. So those are two very different energies, though. Um. So let me just focus on what would your next boyfriend be like, and maybe by describing what they are like, it kind of like gives hints of how you might meet. Um, People can still call me Anne. It's technically still my name. Exactly, exactly. And I think that that's good. I think that that's good because that also adds the exclusivity. You know, like if I like you, you may call me Anne. You know, just like yes. Um, it's the same with me. Like, no one in my close group calls me my full name. It's usually just Lynn. You know. I think Naomi still does it, but that's just autism. No, she also calls me Lynn. She also says Lynn. Anyway, okay. So, what would your next boyfriend be like? What would your next boyfriend be like? What are they like, that person? Oh, I love that. Okay, you've got strength as the overall energy, and strength usually is depicted. Oh, this is just such a comfort thing. And then the Emperor. Oh my god. Oh my god, strong masculine, like mature masculine energy, which is all we want from a partner. I assume. I assume. But usually the strength card originally is depicted as a lion, and then a woman kind of like taming the lion, or so very protective, but not in a toxic way. Like, this person knows that you are strong and that you can do it all yourself. They are just here to help you, and with whatever they can help you, like opening the door for you. They know you can open your own door, but it's a sign of I respect you. Um, I want to take care of you. I think that you deserve the best, and to be taken care of, and stuff like that. And with the Emperor, the Emperor is masculine energy. That is very, very masculine, like healthy masculine energy. Um, a man in touch with his own feminine energy, and so can respect and love your feminine energy. So that they can be more in their masculine energy. Like, real masculine energy knows that they are not intimidated by feminine energy, because the feminine energy, if I take good care of my feminine energy, that makes me more masculine, So I love that. Okay, you also have the moon. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Sun. We have the Wheel of Fortune. You're not gonna know how you are gonna meet this person. Spirit's like, yep, nope. Not gonna tell you with the Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, because there is some mystery to this person. I feel like you will know instantly, though. The Nine of Wands. When you see this person, you're like, oh fuck, shit. We have the Three of Cups. The Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. Okay, so also someone that is all about communication. All about communication. This person can easily, I think, highly emotionally intelligent, with the Eight of Cups, knowing when to walk away. When a situation is no longer helpful, no longer healthy, this person will walk away. So this is not a person that would play games with you. This is a person that's like, if someone plays a game with me, I'm just out. I'm not gonna chase anyone. I'm not gonna do, either you want me or you don't, and I want to work together with you, not like in a manipulative way, but let's just see what works for us. And again, good in the communication. I do think that they're also open for change. If it's something that they do that you don't really like, they're like, okay, let's see if I am willing to change, how I want to change. So very collaborative as well. I do think that they can be. I'm a bit like I have the windows open, so I'm hearing shit happening. They are very. They can be a bit stubborn. Again, defensive as well. So it's not all like roses and butterflies. Someone that just trusts their gut feeling. Very, again, very, very strong individual. But it's from the outside, they might look a bit intimidating. They might look maybe even a bit unapproachable. But if you get to know them, they're a big, like, cuddly. Look at that strength card. You know, very big, cuddly um, lion. I kind of want to say. Um, I do think that they sometimes have the tendency to act before, in the sense of like being very competitive. They really want to win, and then only afterwards they're like, oh, after they had their victory, it's like, what did I actually lose in the process? So I do think that that's something that they're still needing to work on. They are very much a dreamer, and sometimes don't see the reality for what it is. So, like a thing that I'm seeing, you struggle with something, and they're just like, let's fix it like this, and you're like, no, 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 I need you to. You're like, sometimes he skips steps a little bit, which again is fine, but you know, it's just a small thing. I do think that it will feel very comfortable right away. It's easy for you to step in your feminine energy. They are a bit of a smooth talker at the beginning, but you know, we have the sun here as well, which is just absolute happiness and joy. So someone that smiles, great smile, beautiful eyes. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope that helps. If you have questions, let me know. I'm not seeing, though, like how you will meet. Because I kind of feel like it's still, yeah. Like they are good with letting go of things that they cannot control, but they need to be aware that they cannot control it. Otherwise, they can get a little bit moody and grumpy and stuff. It kind of reminds me, you know, that video of a girl getting in her car and like crying and just going like, look at me, I'm crying here over a dude that doesn't do anything. And then she's like, oh my god, I'm crying over a dude that isn't doing anything. Oh my god. And then she just like, you know, sometimes needs to have those kind of like realizations of he's like really like, oh, what do I do with this? What can I do? What can I do? And then someone says like, well, there's nothing that you can do. We just have to wait. And then they're like, oh, right. Why am I? There's nothing I can do about this. It's up to them. I'm just gonna let it go. So yeah, as long as I don't meet them online, I'm done with online dating. I don't think so. It just felt very either out with friends or like a lot of people being there. So I don't think so. But it is, yeah, because this okay. For those of you that don't know, I have a small dislikens of our male species. But the high quality that I'm seeing here, just because the next things that I'm about to say might sound a little like this is a high quality man, and high quality men are not on Tinder. They're not. So I don't think that you would find this person there in like online dating. Um, the only exception might be a very like specific thing. So whether well, I don't think it's necessary for like dating though. It might be an app, but no, I don't think so. It feels more um like networking. Um or like a lot of people around going to a bar with friends and then they're with friends, or a friend of a friend, or like meeting at a wedding, or Like something like that. Because again, this quality man isn't on Tinder. They're not. They are not going to be on Tinder. Yeah, because this person also knows what they want and expect the same quality that they bring to the table as well. And for them, Tinder is also not the place for that. For some reason, Raya comes to mind. They might have tried Raya at some time, at some moment. But yes. I don't know why that came to mind. Because I do think that they are good at what it is that they're doing. But okay. So yes. Okay. Let me reset the chat. If you have questions, darling, let me know. I'm saying a lot of ums lately. The last guy I dated was from a dating site, and he had serious issues, and I noticed it, but I stayed with him for 3 years, and then he ghosted me. His ex told me he did the same with her. Yeah. Men. Anyway, hi everyone, welcome. I just resetted the chat for the free oracle. So if you're interested, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have a like to the live stream, let me know your like number and which of the oracles you would like. If you're watching on Twitch, also let me know your request once more. All you need to do there is follow and let me know what it is that you would like. The options are either a message from your person, some insight for your love life, timeline oracle, any questions starting when will this happen, when will this come into my life, or Moonology, advice and guidance, any advice and guidance that you need to hear at this time. If you would like a different oracle, all the options in the description box. It's going to be for a €5 donation, or if you want another one, or if you want to skip the line. And if you want a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €15 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know. I'll look up the exchange rate and we will figure it out. Also be aware that I will be doing a in-depth one question tarot reading giveaway at the end of the live stream. So stick around for that as well. I'm just going to start from my last chat and work my way down. So if your question or request is not underneath there, leave it once more. Have patience. I will get to your question eventually. You know what I always have? This is just a random thought that popped up. What I always noticed with dating apps and whatnot is that a lot of guys will tell you, oh yeah, communication is big for me. And I'm like, okay, great. That's very big for me as well. I communicate a whole lot, especially if there's like that trust and, stuff is going well. But then I've just noticed in practice, they don't communicate. Where it's like, you said communication was like key. I know from myself that I need communication. Otherwise, there is a tendency for me to get like anxious, and sometimes I just need to know what the fuck is happening. And if I get anxious, I detach. I'm like, I'm not doing this bullshit. I'm not anxious when I'm single. So you're not competing with other people. You're competing with me being single, and I love being single. So I just need that communication. But they always say like, oh yeah, communication is key for me, and it's so good, and if we have, good communication, and then they simply just don't communicate at all. I had one guy that just sent me a message. Like, there was a lot going on in his life, which I got, okay, I'll give you some space. And then he just got back, like, 2 weeks after not hearing from him, going like, I'm sorry, I've been MIA, that's no use to you. Not really an apology, not really what was going on, not really I'm gonna do better. I was just like, the fuck? Like, is this, I'm just testing if you're still here, like, pity me? Where I'm like, no. I just replied with, yes, indeed. There's nothing I can do with no communication, so yes. And then they just went like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll just leave you alone. And I'm like, okay. I didn't say leave me alone. You could start communicating, but yeah. Oh my god. which just sucks, you know, shit like that. Which is like, Jesus. Yes, so yes, never, never lower your standards, darlings. Ever, ever, ever. Um, oh my god. But yeah, online dating, but it's just hard to find that in real life because we're busy with life. You know, where do you meet good quality people? Because the moment that there is a place of like, oh, you can meet really good quality people there, all the low quality people are gonna go there as well. So it's just a bit way like, eh. So yes, I like the Korean way of dating, which is sogating, which is like blind dates, setting up a friend to a friend, which is big there as well. Which I always thought was cool. I always wanted to try, but never had the opportunity to do so. Anyway, you guys don't give a shit. Let's move on with the list, shall we? Did anyone say anything? They only want one thing anyways. Yeah, but like I'm also to the opinion that that's fine. If they just want one thing, that's fine. Just say it. Just be upfront about it. Just communicate that. Yes. Money, hi darling. I saw Stefan this morning. He seemed quite happy. Okay, well that's good. I think, right? We're happy about that. Are we happy? Are we happy about that? Let me know. Vanny, a message from friend Harsh Mishra for you in contact. I'm a little upset for him today. I'm sorry. Let's take a look. Harsh's message for you. Harsh Mishra for Vanny. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about you. I feel you leaving me behind, and I wish I could share my good news with you. So I think that they're noticing that as well, that you're a bit upset. Be aware, I kind of want to say that we're not already projecting relationship onto someone, that we're just wanting to get a relationship in, but we're not yet. Mom, hi darling, please predict when will I get a paid internship or a job? I need to get paid. Let's take a look, darling. A mom. When will a mom get a paid internship or job? We have in a few days. We do hope it's going to take a while, but I feel like that's just how you're feeling anyway. And it is worth waiting for. So it is going to be worth it in a few days. Very close. Keep going. You got this. Don't give up. Tonight he texted me. He wants me to complete my expenses in our app because he wants to close the chapter. Okay. Hi Lilith. Hello. Green heart message from M. Oh, this chat always keeps. M for green hearts. M. I love you, and I feel you leaving me behind. Now I think he deleted my number on WhatsApp, changed his profile picture. Jesus, okay. I'm sorry, darling. Net, hi darling. Welcome. Message from DV for next. DV. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, and I know I was a distraction from your pain. Jane, when will you get into a romantic relationship? No. One went to the ground. Oh. Yep, in a few months, December, and the next full moon. So with the next full moon, full moons are about releasing, letting go of what's not, like purging. So I do think that we might need to let go of something and start manifesting it. And then I feel like in a few months, around December, that it is coming in. I think he is frustrated seeing me maybe as tired as I am. Fair. I think that's fair, right? Especially if it's been lingering on for a while. Gemini! Whoop whoop. Sorry, I'm also a Gemini. That excites me. When will I meet the next person that I will date? When will you meet the next person you'll date? If on a holiday, it's not too late, and the festive season, on a holiday. Can you pull an oracle whether this is definite ending? Yes. Let me grab this one for you. This is a definite ending. There is hope here. Yes, this will succeed. There's not enough faith to manifest your desires. And this is a short-term solution. So I don't think so. I don't think so. It might be a break. It might be even like a long break. It might be like, I don't know, 5 years or something. But I don't think that it is like completed. Right now, there's not enough faith to manifest your desire. So right now, it's a no. This is a short-term solution. So right now, I feel like it's a no. But I do think that there will be like coming back at some point. It's just so hard for me. I have feelings. Fair. I get that. Of course, it's difficult, darling. Again, from what I'm seeing, it just feels that at some point, it's coming back. So, no, it doesn't feel definite, like, completed yet. Hi, Rose. Hi, darling. Lilith wants a message from Simon. Simon. For Lilith. I feel you leaving me behind, so feeling some like distance there. I replay our conversations over and over, and you speak to me through music. So either they hear music that reminds them of you, or there are some messages in the music that they hear. Thank you. You're very welcome, darling. Very, very welcome. You got this. Rose, darling, which message would you like? Would you like the free one? Would you like little love notes? Because you said love message, love notes. I have no communications messages. I have dark confessions. I have music messages. Which message would you like? To be honest, I guess neither of us would want it to continue as it was. Yeah, exactly. Again, I do think that there is a chance of it coming back like later, but either it was like too soon, we were too young, or, you know, stuff like that. Because I'm seeing an opportunity of later like running into each other or something. So yeah. Rose, little love notes from MK. For Rose. We have now is not the time. I don't want to wait any longer. Please be mine. Are you kidding me? Now is not the time, and now you're okay. I shouldn't crash out. I wish we could be together forever. And my beloved, I don't want to wait any longer. Please be mine. I wish we could be together forever, but now is not the time. Now is not the time. I want to fall asleep next to you, so I feel like they're a bit in their emotions, but knowing it's not the right time. Some time apart. What's that? It was the patterns triggered the hell out of each other. Yeah, that sucks when that happens, because you know it, but it's just hard to step out of it or like snap out of it. Thank you. You're very welcome, darling. Very, very welcome. Hello, like an important message from CR. CR. You and I were too young. I will wait for a sign from you. I wish I could share my good news with you, and the timing just wasn't right for us. He hasn't replied to me yet. It's been 2-3 hours, and Karsho, he's thinking about me. Yeah. But that can also just like be seeing it, but still choosing not to reply to it. Just because someone is thinking about you doesn't mean that they're automatically gonna reach out to you. Thinking could be anything. Thinking, yeah, ignore. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. You're welcome. He hasn't replied me yet. It's been 3 hours. Yeah. How are you? I'm doing alright. Interesting. You're welcome. Rose, that's yours. Yeah, okay. Damn, I knew the energy was shifting. Yeah. Thank you. You're very welcome, darling. Very, very welcome. I have just read your comment, darling, but again, I'm going through the list, so I will always get to the chats a little bit later, and the memberships have priority. But yeah, just because someone is thinking about you doesn't mean that they're gonna have actions. Maybe they're contemplating, what do I do with this, or stuff like that. It's so hard, nervous system taking over. Exactly. Like and be mild and like caring towards yourself as well. Recognizing the pattern or seeing that you are in that pattern is the first step, and it's the hardest step, because you are aware that you're in a triggered state of mind, but you still are inexperienced with not reacting out of that triggerness. And I think that should get some slack. I think the first step is recognizing your own pattern. What is happening? How do you respond? What is being triggered at that point? How would you like to have responded instead? It's a lot of like thinking and a lot of like processing, maybe even writing down, journaling about it and stuff like that. I guess Stefan just wants to run. Yeah. Which I think is also okay. I think it's good to then just have, especially if you guys are triggering each other a whole lot, it's good to have a little bit of a break and a little bit of a timeout and a little bit of, okay, let's just get back to our normal and whatnot and work on ourselves. And yeah, if they are runners, then especially if you are anxious attachment and they are a runner style of dealing with it, then it just becomes you chasing confirmation to feel relaxed, and they just feel overwhelmed and just want to run away even more, which is just, not a good match at that time, especially if we are both unable to step out of our old patterns of behaviors. Yeah, for me, it's fear of loss. Stefan is the opposite. Yeah, exactly. And it's just difficult to heal with each other as well, because you need a little bit more of confirmation without being asked, and he needs a little bit more space without feeling like someone's waiting, someone's wanting something, or, yes, anxious and avoidant. Yeah, exactly. Which just makes it hard and difficult. But I do think that it's good to have a connection like Stefan, and I think that that's also why you're still so emotionally invested into it, because it does something to you, and there's an opportunity and a chance to learn and to be better, and almost, okay, if I become better within this relationship, I have proven to myself as well as to the other person that I can be better, that I can step out, as well as we see with the other that there is potential there, and that they could rise to the equation of what it is that we need. But more times than not, if we both have issues, it's just at the same time, um, it's just difficult to break out of it. Really hard and really like shattering. Like a part of you has to die, because that is what it is. The anxious, we're so attached to the anxious side of us, but that part has to die. And we have to step out of our comfort zone, step over our egos, and it's really, really difficult to do that while you are in a situation where you are being actively triggered into anxiety. Because then you feel the anxiety, but you also feel the shame and like you are worthless because you're unable to break the pattern while you are in it, when that is a very difficult thing to do. Um, Especially if they don't bring the calmness that you need in order to process it in a different way. It's very, very difficult. I'm very proud of you as well for recognizing it in the first place. I always think that we can work it out. Yeah. But sometimes love is not enough. It cannot be the only thing that's there. With these cards as well, it says you need a healthy balance of physical, spiritual, and emotional intimacy. And if one of those are lacking, then again, love is just not enough. True Blue, darling, let me take a look at your message for and about your love life. Stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring romance into your life. And put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. So stay optimistic. Love is coming. In the meantime, put yourself first. Focus on improving yourself and getting better, becoming the person that you want to be. Okay, guys, I'm gonna grab a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna call last call for 3 oracles. I'll be right back. Okay, here I am again. And I wasn't aware of it already about more than a year. Yeah. But it's very difficult to get out of an anxious state of mind or not getting into it if you don't really have tools of how to deal with it as well on your own. It's very difficult. Okay, let me call last call real quick before we continue with the chats. So, hi everyone, welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. If you are interested in the free oracles, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have liked the live stream, let me know your like number and which of the oracles you would like. If you're watching on Twitch, all you need to do is give me a follow and let me know which oracle you would like. The options are either a message from your person, some insight for and about your love life, timeline oracle, any questions starting when will this happen, when will this come into my life, anything like that, or Moonology advice and guidance. If you would like a different oracle, another oracle, it is gonna be for a €5 donation, and if you're wanting a more in-depth one-question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €15 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know. I'll look up the exchange rate and we will figure it out. This is last call for the free oracles, so I'll get to those first. I will start from my last chat and work my way down. So if your question or request is not underneath there, leave it once more. Have patience. I will get to your question eventually. Black Mamba, let me know which like number you are, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm just a bit afraid how I can trust anyone, and also in general that this is not happening again. Do you have experience with how that part can die? I do. I've heard you can heal if you make different experiences in relationship, like not only romantic but in general. Yeah, it is. It is. We can talk about it a little bit. Let me get done with last call. What kind of stressed me out? I would love to have family and kids, and the clock is ticking, and that is the annoying part. That is the annoying part. Because yes, if you are a person. I had this with myself as well, where, I was very anxious, and I was also the belief system of the moment I'm good again, something bad happens and it just crashed down. So what's the point of like getting back up again? I never had that feeling of like I want children and I want this and I want that. Do I want romance? Yes. Do I want a relationship? Yes. But I'm not having a ticking time bomb within my body that's like at some point like, oh well, you missed your moment. So I didn't have that pressure at all, which is a very, very difficult thing to have and live with if you want it, Let me take a look. King Baldwin, you want a timeline for fixing my relationship. What is the timeline? Baldwin, for fixing your relationship. What timeline do we have for them? We have divine timing is at play. April and just around the corner. Just around the corner. April and divine timing at play. And then full moon, the next full moon at the bottom, that can refer to letting go of something. It's no longer serving. Black Mamba, message from your person. Let's take a look. Black Mamba. You were the best thing in my life. I can't stop thinking about you. I wish I had treated you better. And finding out the truth crushed me. Okay, that was it for the free oracles today. And Money, what you said with like, I'm afraid to trust people again, I think part of it is also just knowing that, you can never trust someone like completely all the time. There's always gonna be, what if this happened? What if that happens? However, that shouldn't be the hardest part. The hardest part should be with yourself. Trusting that if someone does something that breaks that trust that you get yourself, that's also why it's so important to have boundaries for yourself. Because if someone crosses it, that means less respect. That means, we're not aligned on this matter. So having healthy boundaries, and I think it is the easiest way to set those for the people, like the love already in your life, the people already you surround yourself with, because that sets the border, and that's the also easiest but also the most difficult way, because people have you in a box. This is who you are, Monty. This is your box, and that is where you're at. And if you step out of that box, people are gonna go like, hey, that's different. Is this like a phase? Can you step back into that box? Because I liked that box that I had of you. So So with that, also your life will change in the sense of like you will lose people, you will meet new people, new friendships, new people in your life as well. But be okay with being lonely for a little bit, because people will people. It's not that people will leave, but you will realize that you have outgrown other people. Because real love and people that are really there for you will love you no matter what phase, whatever new cycle you're gonna go through, what new changes you are gonna go through. They will love you and support you. There is a sense of what will then change for me if you change in our friendship, connection, relationship. Um, but change you do for yourself. And I think if you're able to do that for yourself, everything else will kind of like flow. Um, but yeah, just know and trust that you cannot trust everyone. People are gonna lie, and it's not gonna be on their forehead of like trustworthy or liar, or you're not gonna notice. All you can do is trust yourself, trust your instincts, and trust the boundaries that you hold. If you have a feeling like they're not really doing anything wrong, but it just feels a little bit wrong, trust it. Trust it. Even if you're like, I cannot really explain why I feel like this connection comes to an end, I just feel like it is, trust it. And a good indicator is if you are planning to meet someone and just the thought of meeting that person makes you go like, ugh, I don't want to go, then you might want to reassess the access that they have into your life. Is this still a connection that's still for me or not? Is it already giving me anxiety or stress, or do I feel like I need to do anything? Um, then that might be a relationship to or connection to start. Like, okay, what's happening there? How much access do I give them to for me? Yeah, nothing breaks like an heart. That is true. Unfortunately, that is true. But with every time we learn, it for me breaking heart, it does really feel like the Japanese art of when you break porcelain or when porcelain breaks, they fix it with gold leaf to make it even more beautiful. Like we always learn, we're never done learning. It's not that at some point when we have this, or this that we are complete and we're happy and we're grown up and we know everything. That day will never come. So with every connection that you go through, even if this person will leave me, at least I've learned something. At least I've improved myself. At least I am a better person than I was before. I have known something about myself. I can work on it now. And it might seem like a grim way to look at a relationship, but it's the same one I have with my boyfriend right now. I can see myself with him for the rest of my life, but were that not the case, I'm not really anxious for that not happening. Um, at the beginning, I kind of was. I was very nervous, and I was very much like, okay, if he is not my person, then I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. But it's my responsibility to figure that out for myself. And the best question in that moment is to ask yourself, in the moment, right here, right now, does this feel good? Do I want to stay? And if the answer is yes, then it doesn't matter if it will last for 50 years or 5 days. Um, you needed to stay in order to learn extra more information that you needed to learn then. Um, and just, again, being in the moment. I sometimes haven't trusted my gut feeling. Yeah. And I think, especially as women, we have been taught to just do as we are told and not trust. Like, we have, funny enough, we have the best gut feelings. However, like, compared to men, but men haven't been taught not to listen to it. So when a man has a gut feeling, they listen to it. When a woman has a gut feeling, we doubt ourselves. Because that's what we have been learned. Um, which kind of like sucks. But luckily, you can like learn to listen to that gut feeling more. And like little slow ways to do that is just give yourself small choices every day. I'm gonna go to the store. If I leave my house, am I gonna go right? Am I gonna go left? Take a moment, breathe. Am I gonna go right? Am I gonna go left? Right? Okay, let's go right. What am I gonna have for lunch? I want this option or that option. What feels right to me? Okay, that option. Okay, let's go. Which is just very low impact, you know, training. Um, I have so many similar negative experiences. Yeah. Okay, what have we learned? And then if we keep having the same negative experiences, then I'm not gonna say, like, not in the sense of like blaming you. I do think that there is then a pattern that we're not getting, that we're not breaking. Not to your fault. Sometimes we just cannot and we need help, or we, need some outside source, or we need some extra time. But I do think that it can be good to take a look at it, what they had in common, and how can you protect yourself from having an experience like that again. Fahima, darling, I already closed the list for the free oracles today, unfortunately. If you would like an oracle, it's going to be for a €5 donation. And if you're wanting a more in depth one question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €15 donation. Um, do you have experience how the anxious avoidance ratio is with men and women? I don't have, not necessarily, because it's very different for people. It's just what I've noticed, as women tend to learn more anxious. I think that we learn to be more very contradictory. I think there, by society, there's this box of what a woman should be. Because even if we ignore our gut feeling and go against it, and it comes back to bite us, it's still our fault. But if we follow our gut feeling, then we're also at fault. So I think with women, it's always, well, not always, but sometimes it can be like nothing that we do is good. There's always something wrong with what we do, how we act, what we say, who we are. And I think to let go of that anxiousness is to not give a shit about how others view you or where you stand in society. Um, like we only get every single day we wake up with a level of energy that we can put in, a couple of like fucks that we can give. Because if we care, that means we have to do something with it. So if I care about your opinion of me, that means I have to do something with your opinion. If I don't care about your opinion, I don't have to do anything. Um, it doesn't cost me energy. So giving less fucks about what other people say, because if we do, again, we're always like, oh, there's something that I need to do. I'm not good enough. I should do this, or I should be doing that better, or this, or this, this. I understand it's different from a romantic partner, but still caring more about yourself, your own opinion about yourself, than someone else's. And then asking, okay, but what do I want? How do I feel? And again, you can start training that by making those small little choices, like, do I go right? Do I go left? What am I going to eat this afternoon? You know, letting your voice count for you, training that a little bit. And if you are, you enjoy, reading books, I do want to say The Art of Not Giving a Fuck is good. Don't live like book page to page. Like take what resonates for you, what works for you. Um, yeah, it's an easy read. My crazy anxiety, and if I have a feeling there is someone else, which there often is, it gets even worse. Yeah, Can you please give me some not give a shit energy? Let's see, I haven't been the best in relationships. Yeah, which is fine and fair. Maybe that's also just a sign for you to, okay, I don't like who I am when I am in a relationship. So let's go back to base. Let's just stop being in a relationship for a little bit. Stop chasing it. Even though we're feeling that there is a clock ticking, if the option is being in a shitty relationship but having a child, and this is the dilemma, or being single but not in a relationship, maybe having a child, maybe getting it through in a different way, but which one weighs more? And if it is, I'd rather be in a shitty relationship but be a mother, that comes with the consequences then of it, of having to heal a relationship while being in a relationship, while being with someone that might not want to heal as well. I would advise, but that's very much up to you to decide, to give yourself an X amount of time to be single. If it is a year or like 6 months, even if it is like 3 months, where like, okay, I'm just gonna be single and focus on myself and point the light inward rather than to other people and searching for what I'm missing in someone else. I think it can be good to make that like agreement with yourself of like, okay, I'm gonna spend this amount of time single, and just focusing on myself, my own healing. I don't like who I am in relationships, so let me go back to me liking myself, period. Because that will raise your confidence and that will automatically make you less anxious with other people. And then working with being less anxious when you're with friends, being less anxious with family members. I think family members is the easiest one because they're not going anywhere. They're still family. Friendships as well, they choose who you are. And I think that they can even help you. It's easier to tell them, like, hey, I'm gonna work on myself and I want to become more confident and less anxious. And I would like to implement that in this relationship. And I would like, for you to tell me, or if I'm feeling anxious, that I can tell you, and then what I need from you, and if they're okay with that. Because I think when it comes to romantic relationships, where there is that newness, and there is that this is my person for the rest of my life, and I want them to like me. When with the friendship and the love already in your life, there's less of that pressure, so it's easier to like test that. So yeah. Hi Tanshu, hi darling. The free oracle already closed for today, unfortunately. Yeah, I do not reach for some sadness in my heart. I think friends is easy. I don't have problems. Yeah. Then I think it's good to ask yourself, okay, what is different between friends and romantic? Because let's say you become friends with someone that later turns into romance. What is the difference? Why suddenly there's different, or what do you need then, right? Okay, guys, I'm gonna call last call for all paying donations. So if you are interested in getting either an oracle or so an oracle, any of my oracle, it's going to be for a €5 donation. And if you're wanting a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it's going to be for a €15 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chats. If you're working with a different currency than the euro, let me know. I'll look it up. We will figure it out. This is last call. So let me know if you are going to make a donation so I can stick around long enough to actually do it. In the meantime, we are also going to do a giveaway of a one question in-depth tarot reading. So if you are interested at a chance at winning a free in-depth one question tarot reading, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel, have liked the live stream, and let me know which number you think is going to be the winner. The numbers are between 0 and 9. So let me know in the chat right now. There's not a whole lot of people in the chat, so a good chance that you win. Family is difficult right now, yeah. My mom said some not nice things when I told her about Steven because of the age difference of 15 years. Yeah. Well, I get that. Also, that's fair, right? I haven't been the best in setting boundaries. Yeah. I think with family it's harder because there's already like deeper path of who you are, as well as the family dynamic and whatnot. But yeah, testing it in small ways, setting boundaries. It's about small steps. You don't have to become a different person right away, right? But just small steps, darling. Small steps. Okay. I'm gonna wait for like 30 seconds. If no other numbers come in, I am just gonna do that. List for the donation. I just called last call. And I'm also doing a giveaway right now. So if after the giveaway no donations are in, I'm just gonna skedaddle out of here for today. There's an expectation. Exactly. And also, you're changing. It's the same as like one day you go downstairs and you're like, I'm a vegetarian. Where it's like, oh, wait, okay, that's big change, right? So small steps, small little things, so that they can also, it makes it easier for them to adjust to who you now are. It's like slowly changing your wardrobe. You start not with an entire, like, get rid of the entire closet and buy everything new. It's like one piece at a time. You buy one little thing and you get rid of one little thing, and then you slowly, grow. I have barely talked to my parents the past months. Aw, I feel quite lonely. I get that. Fair. At the same time, I cannot carry all burdens. I get that. Yeah. Again, and I think that is then good to start setting boundaries. Because now you go from nothing to, okay, maybe I want to get back into contact again. And then when they, like, first call, when they say something, you're like, I don't really feel like it, or I don't really like the way that you talk to me, or, let that simmer a little bit. Again, when you are changing, you're changing for you. And you are actively choosing not to give a shit about anyone else's opinion about you. Do we want them to have a good opinion about us? Yes, but first and foremost, I want to be happy with who I am. And if there's a lot of negativity coming your way, that's making it very, very difficult to do. So first step is just, yes. Angela, if you would like a chance of winning the giveaway, let me know which number, between 0 and 9. Because we are doing still a giveaway. But you can still make a donation. If after the giveaway nothing happens, I am just gonna skedaddle out of here. Darling, the free oracles, free readings is already done. Last call for donations. If you're interested in an oracle, any of my oracle, in the description box you'll find all the options. It's going to be for a €5 donation. If you're wanting a more in-depth one-question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €15 donation. This is last call for those. Let's just take a look at the number generator thingy-majiggy. Number generator between 0 and 9. Okay, I'm just gonna let it go. The first number that we either have a 3, a 4, and a 7. So let's take a look. We have a 6, a 1, an 8, a 2, a 4. A 4. Angela, darling, you just became the winner of the giveaway. So congratulations, darling. Let me know your question and I will take a look. And then when I am done with the giveaway, Angela, if you want to make another donation, just let me know. Because for everyone else, if you're wanting to make a donation, do it now. If after the giveaway no donations are in, I am gonna skedaddle out of here. Exception herefore is Angela, as Angela is the winner of the giveaway. So, Angela, congratulations and celebrations. Na 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 na. Hey, hey. Let me know. Let me know your question, and I will take a look. What kind of question? Any question, darling. It's an in-depth one-question tarot reading. So it is as if you make a €15 donation. Anything that you want to. But if you're like, I don't know, it can also be, what do I need to hear at this time? Or, because clearly there is something for you. Anything. So, in the past, I used to do giveaways a whole lot. It is for like reaching my gifter's goal. However, on Streamlabs, the gifter goal doesn't work. So it is, and as well as I do now have a lot of income with PayPal and whatnot. So when I reach the goal of like €50, dollars, I do a giveaway in the live stream. And yeah, it's been a while since I was able to do a giveaway. But here we are. Yes. Sometimes I wonder who I really am. And that's a fair question. You will be asking yourself that question a couple times in this lifetime, because we're never the same person twice. So very fair question. Thank you for all the insight and listening. Of course, darling. Always. Always. You're very welcome. Do the vampire word get one free reading? If you come by tomorrow or a little bit later this week, then yes, darling, I would love to take a look. But I live stream every single day from Monday to Friday, but only for 2 hours max each time. For the first hour or so, sometimes an hour and a half, I do totally free oracle readings. There's always 4 options in the chat. So hit that notification bell so you do get notified and you don't miss out on your free reading. So yes. Whoop, whoop. And again, guys, if no donations are in, after I'm done with Angela's reading, I will be skedaddling out of here. The only exception for that is if Angela wants to do another reading herself or make a donation after that herself. Yes, that's it. If not, I'll change it. I'm not seeing you. I feel like I'm missing a chat. Oh, wait. You asked, is it okay if what message Goddess Isis have for me? Yes, that's totally okay. Sorry, I missed that chat. Thanks, you're welcome. Waka, hey. Okay, so what message does the Goddess Isis have for Angela? The Goddess Isis. What message do you have for Angela? What message do you have for Angela? I'll take that one too. They're the Chariots. Okay. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Magician. What are you? The Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Swords. Let go of things that are out of your control. Things that you cannot control, let go of it. I'm kind of feeling Isis. Okay, I saw a video the other day about Hecate, but I kind of feel like it's copy-paste for this, where Isis is holding open a door for you, which is very scary, very out of your comfort zone, and it's like, let's go this way, this direction. And you're like, okay, I want to trust you, but maybe I want to go over there. And I was like, that's fine, if that's what you want to do. But you said you want to change, and that is trusting me then. There are some things in your life that you need to let go of. Things that are no longer serving you, whether that's belief systems, I think that your mind is creating issues which weren't there at first, or enhancing things, or manifesting things. If we have a belief system that we are evil, we will become evil. Or we will see just only the evil stuff that we do. So I feel like that there is a belief system about yourself going on. At the same time, that there is some fear towards the outside. We are scared of the outside, but distrusting the inside. And that needs to shift a little bit. I'm also seeing a little bit of stubbornness. It's okay to want to do it your way. Like when you ask advice and guidance or hear things from other people, how they went through stuff or how they did it, that's fine for guidance. Guidance isn't necessarily follow it one-on-one, but guidance is like, okay, you did it like that. Okay, how can I do that, but for myself in how I want to do it, what feels comfortable to me? And make it your own. The advice and guidance that you hear from someone else, make it your own. How can I do this that works for me? Yeah, like what's the core of it? I'm also seeing with that 5 of Wands sometimes a little bit of a struggle of Isis sending you messages and you interpreting it differently. People trying to help, seeing that as they want something from you or distrusting it. Worry. I'm also seeing a lot of, not a lot, but like worrying or trying to control that which is out of your control. And go like, you know what, I cannot control this. I'm gonna move forward. Again, with that Six of Swords, letting go of things. I'm also seeing Isis bringing some inspiration on your path, whether it is like a Facebook ad or something, where you have thought about doing something exciting or like a new chapter, a new hobby, going on a trip. I'm kind of feeling like a new hobby of some sorts, and then suddenly you see synchronicities. You see, let's say, for example, you kind of feel like, oh, maybe I want to dance again, or you had the realization when I was younger, I really enjoyed dancing, and now suddenly seeing a lot of ads for dance classes in the area or stuff like that. I feel like Isis is putting down these little things that you can do, but it's up to you to decide, I'm gonna accept it. But that Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords is very like quick to move. What do you want with that Knight of Swords? Wait. What do you want to communicate with that Knight of Swords? Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, that's what I got. Okay. Sorry. Then you should have put the Page of Swords. Anyway, we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is just like, let's go, excited. Going on that new adventure. You don't have to have all the answers in order to just move forward. You don't have to know everything. It doesn't have to be like, okay, if I go, then this is gonna happen, so it's gonna happen like this. Sometimes it's also nice to just go like, okay, you know, I got me. I trust me. And no matter what situation I get myself in, I know that I got myself. And slowly expanding our comfort zone that way. I've started to fear I was bad or evil, but never had that fear before. I have misinterpreted things. Yeah. I don't want to turn evil. Now let's focus on what you do want to turn into. Because with manifestation, and I think that that's kind of like what we're having here as well, with the Chariot as overall energy, that's forward looking. Forward looking. If we look forward, we cannot see where we're coming from. So let's focus on what we want to attract, what is coming in, and not so much what we fear that might hunt us later. So when it comes to manifestation, it's not a wish list. It's not, oh, this is what I want, but then I live the opposite way. What we focus on, you will manifest. So manifestation and spirit doesn't really work with words. We use words to make sense and put words to our manifestation, but spirit and the universe works with more like pictures, let's say, or with emotions. Let's say you are painting a picture of what you want to manifest. Not using words, but painting a picture. And you're so focused on what you don't want and what you're fearful of, and it's so detailed. Like, this is what I don't want. Spirit looks at the picture and goes like, you have put so much effort and energy into making this picture so detailed, that must be what you want. The opposite is also true. If you focus on what you want to attract, who you want to become, how do you want to feel, if you're very detailed in the little things, what you want to attract, and live in that energy every single day and focusing on that every single day, well, not every single day, but like focusing on that more and more, that will grow, and the image will grow as well, and spirit will go like, oh, that is what you want to attract, okay, let's go. Because spirit doesn't work with like, I don't want this. They just say like, oh, you want this. They don't get. You're so focused on this one thing, that must be what you want. So let's bring more of that in. So if you're like, I don't want to become evil, okay, what do you want to become? Who do you want to be? How do you want to live your life? And how does that person feel? And how, so yeah. Had bad thoughts before and start to fear that would come in reality, yeah. Okay, what you need to know about your thoughts as well, we have them. We are not our thoughts. If you're high up on like, somewhere very, very high and you're looking down, 9 times out of 10, people will think, if I fall, I am so dead. Doesn't mean that you want to jump. Doesn't mean that you want to die. It's just a logical thing that, like, your brain is like a supercomputer. Your thoughts are just there. You are different from your thoughts. You can add thoughts, but thoughts that just come by are just that. They're just things that come by. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall, and what spaghetti are you focusing on? Because if a thought comes by and it spikes an emotion, your brain thinks, oh, that's an important one. We need to remember that one. As well as our thoughts are repetitive. So we are going to have the same thoughts every single day. If you're going to the bathroom, you have similar thoughts. Some people can recite what it is they need from the grocery store better from the toilet than the moment that they're in the supermarket. It's because your brain links these things together. Your brain's just a computer. So it's important to learn, how does my brain work and what associations does it make and what can I add to it. Because us adding thoughts also helps, then tomorrow it becomes more easier to add those thoughts. And if you do that long enough, then eventually those thoughts become natural to you. So yeah, anyway, I kind of want to leave it here for you, this question. I hope it was helpful and I hope it resonated. If you are interested, because we are now getting more and more into the life coaching aspect of the life stream, I do have a life coaching series here on the channel that's totally for free that you can watch right now. If you go over to my channel page, there is a playlist of life coaching, and it also talks about thoughts and how it all works, and some more learning how to do that, and some tools and stuff like that if you're interested in it. Kastori, yes, you can ask your oracle. As a member, you can always ask it. Thank you, Ashley, for explaining as well. I started to control my thoughts. Maybe that's why my head hurts. That's what I fear, those thoughts. Yeah. It's not necessarily about controlling. As a person, every single day we have tens of thousands of thoughts every single day. You cannot catch them all. Instead, let's focus more on the physical. If you feel like you're too much in your head, let's focus more on our physical. Do I have my shoulders back? And do I have an open attitude? Do I have a smile on my face? Do I have a relaxed face? Those kind of like things. But again, in the life coaching series, I also talk about that as well. I think it can be very, very helpful for you to check that out. And if you have questions, you can always ask me, darling. You could always ask me. Ashley, thanks so much for the donation. I will take a look at your timeline. Angela, if you wanted to make another donation, let me know. Otherwise, after Ashley's and Kastori's question, I am going to skedaddle out of here. Ashley, Timeline Oracle, when will Bruce have the courage to come and talk to you? When will Bruce have the courage to come and talk to Ashley? We have patience required. Patience required. We have January. We also have the summer. And rushing in. Rushing in. So I kind of feel like January. Something might happen in the summertime. But I kind of want to say January. Kastori, you wanted Mystic Forest. Mystic Forest for Kastori. Okay, let's take a look. You have instant manifestation, soul and mind working together, create a dream in the heart. You have nothing to lose, you carry the dream, your intention is pure, be ready to receive. The spirit of love, don't search for true love, for it will find you if you just hold on to who you are, so focusing more on that. The world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone. Starlight, don't slow down manifestation through hesitation or worry. Keep the faith and create light in the dark. The path of the stars is made by the same energy. And without agenda. Pure love and everything you have dreamed will happen when you are ready to give love without expecting in return. True givers receive. Love that. Wait. I'll donate. Okay, thank you, darling. I will wait. I will wait for that. And then that donation is going to be the last one for today, because dinner. Dinner! Angela, there it is. Thanks so much for the donation. For an oracle, let me know which one you would like. Fanny, could the cards be showing my own energy and thoughts, like my fear that he's leaving me behind rather than his actual energy? Or can we be sure that the cards are reflecting his energy? It can be. It can be. It's the energy that's there. Usually, I kind of want to say that when the energy is between two people in the air, that it's automatically tangible for him as well. Could it be that it's your energy? Yeah, in theory, even though I am focusing on their energy. Thank you, Linda. You're very welcome. Okay, right now just waiting for Angela's question, what oracle you would like. And after that, right away, no time for talks and whatnot, I am going to skedaddle out of here because I just heard my dinner coming. Then that was my energy, or his. How can I take it? I kind of feel like the energy is there. Also be aware that it is no like science, right? It is prediction. It is catching up on energy. It is like if there is distance, because what was it? Leaving you behind. That can be the fear that you have, but that does create the dividance there. But nothing is set in stone. I do want to say, if you're asking their message to you, I am reading it as their message to you. But with the free oracles, I don't explain that much. It's up to you to figure out how it fits for your situation. Yeah. Angela wants some cosmic insight for Angela. I want this one as well for you. We have health. Health issues could arise, so take a look extra at your health, your physical health, taking extra care of yourself, your health, your body, your mental health, because stress and anxiety can cause actual physical harm to your body, whether that's eczema, whether that is tiredness, feeling burnt out. So I think that there's a little extra attention to your health. I think there's more than one goddess around. That could very well be, darling. You also have challenges. Make a decision. Work on inner healing. So very encouraging you to make that decision. To just start focusing on working your inner healing. And dealing with those challenges. Because I do think life gets easier when we have dealt with our own inner challenges. And then we have also, no, it's not the right time. No, it's not the right time. So either you're rushing it, there are things that we need to deal with first. Make a decision and work on inner healing. And I think that is just for your own health. Because again, after that, it will get like easier and whatnot. Liver problems. I'm sorry, darling. I'm sorry. That might then need a little bit extra attention. But yes, guys, I am gonna skedaddle out of here for today. I was gonna say, Angela, if you have questions, let me know. I don't know if there are any questions. Let me know. But otherwise, I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. Then, ma'am, according to you, that was his energy as you pulled cards for your side. Yes! Thank you. You're very, very welcome. Okay, guys, I am going to skedaddle out of here for today. Thank you so much for joining. Have an amazing rest of your day. Go kick ass. Go get them. And hopefully, I will talk to you guys again tomorrow or a little bit later this week in another live stream. So, have a good one. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye. Annyeong. Bye.